It's Egypt, 1914, and a young lad on a mule arrives across the desert with water for the professor and his assistant Billy. They are studying the walls within a temple's ruins. A young boy, Aziz, who is holding up a large golden tray, which is being used to reflect the sun from outside onto the walls, is slowly falling asleep and letting the tray slip from his grasp. The professor exclaims these words that led to many memes on the internet. Aziz, light! As he struggles to interpret the carvings on the wall. What he discerns from these drawings is that every 5,000 years, a black hole opens up like a door to where the ultimate evil arrives from. When 3 planets are in eclipse, the hooded figure of a priest arrives and takes the water from the young boy. But before he delivers it, he slips a vial of liquid into the pouch, muttering that they already know too much. For the professor has also deciphered that the people bring together the 4 elements and a 5th element and use it as a weapon against evil. Whilst the professor is still studying, the wall falls into darkness, but not due to Aziz, but due to the arrival of a spaceship. The alien occupants rather slowly disembark, and from behind a secret tunnel in the wall, collect the 5 elements, comprising of 4 stones and a humanoid-shaped metal casket. The aliens advise the priest, who act as guardians of the artifacts, that war is coming to this world, but they will return in 300 years at the next eclipse. As the alien leaves, the priest vows to pass on the knowledge through the priesthood's generations. 300 years later, a growing black object appears in space. Earth's president tries firing missiles at it, and this is despite priest Vito Cornelius advising that this will only make it stronger, and of course is proved to be right. As promised, the aliens do return, but let's just say it's a short-lived return, as they are shot down by some other enemy spaceships and sends their ship crashing into the Earth. All seems lost. Though only a humanoid hand remains from the crash, the military have new technology similar to that, to say like a 3D printer, where they can reconstruct someone from just a few live cells. And that is where the adventure really begins. It is the world building that makes this film. They are the elements that really add depth to it. In what is really a comedy sci-fi, a quirky tale that does not take itself too seriously. And examples of what I mean by world building is there's a machine that helps you quit smoking. There is this wonderful built-up city where to move around. There are flying cabs and police vehicles and some very blatant product placing, which adds an element of familiarity. The costumes are over the top. I think it was Jean-Paul Gaultier, as are the characters that wear them. Some of you will like, and some might annoy you. And sure, sometimes this film is a little silly, but there's no doubting that there is so much creativity allowed to its wildest point that you'll definitely find something you will love. Of the characters, Lilu's journey is an interesting one. I like the way it played out, but the villains are quite funny too. There's a particular line I like by the main villain Zorg. And though it won't make much sense to you now, when you watch the film, you'll understand what I mean, where he says, "My favorite." Simple as that. You'll have to watch the film to find out.